Main thing is you continue to fight. This is the main thing everybody asks.
Yes. Definitely.
Oleksandr Usyk recently caused a stir when he hinted that his next ideal opponent might be one of the most dangerous punchers of the last decade. A revelation that immediately reignited speculation about his future plans in the heavyweight division.
No, I continue fight. I think next year. I won't fight with Deontay Wilder. For me, I think it's interesting.
The Ukrainian star made it clear that even though he willingly gave up one of his championship belts, he's far from stepping away from major fights. Instead, he seems more determined than ever to chase the type of matchups that excite him, the ones he believed truly matter in the sport. Only a short time earlier, he stood in Thailand at the WBC convention, surrounded by fans and officials, and spoke confidently about the belt situation that had everyone talking. He insisted that his status had not changed in spirit, even if the number of belts currently in his possession had temporarily shifted. Despite now holding 3 instead of 4 heavyweight titles, he carried himself like nothing fundamental had been lost. He emphasized that this change would not last long, and he made sure everyone understood that he still considered himself the man at the very top of the division.
When I say myself, Alex, enough.
Okay.
I feel. Hey, Alex, you win all belts. Okay, for what? I wanna work because I love this. It's not just work. 8 o'clock you wake up, go to work 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, back home. You don't have power, you don't have energy, you don't have anything. When you go to home, for example, your son say, "Hey, Papa, maybe you go to bicycle, yeah?" Oh no, son, because I tired. I wanna eat and go to sleep because tomorrow I must go to work. For me, another. I work 3 months, 6, 1 year and a half, but I have sometimes rest. Yeah. This is rest time for my family. Every time.
His decision to part with the WBO belt came right after the organization pushed for a mandatory title defense against Fabio Wardley. Wardley had earned the shot by defeating Joseph Parker for the interim version of that same belt. However, Usyk had little interest in facing Wardley and instead chose to vacate the title. Many wondered why he passed on the matchup, particularly because the WBO wasted no time in upgrading Wardley to full champion after the Ukrainian stepped aside. 2 very different explanations began circulating as soon as Usyk surrendered the belt. On one hand, his advisor Sergey Lipin claimed that Usyk simply wanted to keep the path open for rising fighters, allowing younger contenders to chase a title without being blocked by the reigning champion. According to that viewpoint, he stepped aside as a gesture of goodwill to the next generation. But Usyk himself offered a much more direct reason when speaking to another outlet. For him, the decision was all about securing the fights that fit his ambitions. He made it clear that boxers and teams negotiate with business in mind, and he preferred to pursue opponents who genuinely interested in him.
Stanley Cup. Hi everybody. I'm happy to be here. Listen, I have 4 belts, yeah? Now 3. A lot of people say, "Hey, you're not undisputed champion." Okay, it's temporary, but I have 4 belts. But my favorite, it's green color every time. No? Every time. More green, yeah. Thank you so much. Mauricio, thank you so much for what you do. I like Thailand. I first time, but I like. I will back. Thank you.
To Usyk, Wardley did not spark that interest. In contrast, someone like Joseph Parker would have been far more appealing, but the scenario played out differently when Parker failed to beat Wardley. With that in mind, Usyk decided not to spend his time preparing for a fight he didn't feel motivated by. Instead, he looked ahead toward a potential clash that he believed carried more significance and excitement for both himself and fans.
If win Parker, for me it's interesting. win Worldly. For me, not interesting. I say it's true. Okay, give you belt, boxing. Maybe later we fight together, like a big fight. For it's only my mind.
The opponent that captured Usyk's imagination turned out to be Deontay Wilder. Wilder has long been known as one of the most devastating knockout artists of the modern era. Usyk admired the challenge, considering Wilder a major name with a resume that speaks for itself. While there was no official offer on the table yet, Usyk treated Wilder as the first and only fighter he had in mind at that moment. He stated that his team had not discussed anyone else, and until further notice, Wilder was the next man he wanted to meet in the ring.
Why Deontay Wilder? Because people are saying maybe he's not as good as he was.
This is world champion guy. This is very famous guy. This is strong guy, but it's Odin is one of his great heavyweight last 10 years.
Okay, interesting. And when did you decide that you want to fight Wilder? Have you told him? Is the team making negotiation?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Is there any negotiation?
Є перемови зараз вже з командою Вайлдера.
Oh no! It's I say only now. It's like
Call out.
special information.
Oh,
We speak. Yeah, I speak with my team. I say, this is first задание.
First option.
Yeah, first aim.
Meanwhile, the IBF added more layers to the situation by ordering a final eliminator between Jarrett Anderson and Frank Sanchez. The winner of that contest would earn mandatory status against Usyk, meaning the Ukrainian might soon be obligated to face whichever contender emerged victorious. Anderson was eager to bounce back from a recent knockout loss by building momentum again. Usyk's actions in the last couple of years show a pattern of difficult decisions and constant negotiations with sanctioning bodies. After his dramatic victory over Tyson Fury in May 2024, he briefly unified the division and held every major heavyweight belt at the same time. A rematch with Fury became the priority, but the IBF ordered him to face Daniel Dubois again instead, a requirement that made the rematch impossible without sacrificing one of his titles. Usyk chose to give up the IBF belt at that moment and continued forward with the second fight against Fury, which he won again in December. After those back-to-back wins over Fury, he returned in July to settle unfinished business with Dubois. That fight ended with Usyk reclaiming the IBF belt he had previously let go, putting him back on top of all four sanctioning bodies once more. But as soon as he accomplished that, the WBO began insisting of their own mandatory challenger, this time Wardley, who held their interim version.
If you're Fabio Wardley, you're fighting Oleksandr Usyk. Is that not wild? Is that not crazy? You're fighting Oleksandr Usyk potentially for undisputed. Now, I saw enough holes yesterday, and this is not me nitpicking, but it's true. I think even Ben Davison kind of spoke about it on stage as well. I saw enough holes where if I'm Usyk, I'm like, okay, I can capitalize on this. But telling you now, if those bombs land on Usyk, one of them, fuck now. Don't tell me like, you know, it's funny, like there'll be some that like, oh, Usyk will beat him. Guys, I'm telling you now, yeah, Usyk obviously favorite. Obviously, Usyk's one of the greatest of all time. But I'm telling you now, if one of those bombs land, it's lights out, mate. It's lights out.
Interestingly, his comments in Thailand also provided a glimpse into his mindset beyond titles and opponents. While speaking about the WBC, he expressed his fondness for their iconic green belt, which has always been regarded as one of the most prestigious in boxing. The surroundings at the convention seemed to energize him, and he even spoke warmly about his time in the country. His relaxed attitude suggested that the loss of one belt was not weighing him down. If anything, he appeared more excited about what lay ahead rather than concerned about what he momentarily no longer held.
You know, you had so many amateur fights. You know, Wardley's story, he only had 5 fights before professional.
I know.
No amateur.
Yeah,
you find this crazy?
It's crazy, man. I very respect this guy because this guy do a lot of work типа зі своїм тілом, with his body, yeah. The work like this, like a training every time. I think it's great, man.
An obvious question. So this means you will continue to fight, because everybody is asking, is Oleksandr Usyk continuing to fight, or maybe one by one every belt go?
No, I continue fight. I think next year.
Back in the UK, conversations about Usyk's next move intensified once again after his dominant performance against Daniel Dubois. Their rematch took place at Wembley Stadium, where Usyk knocked Dubois down twice in the 5th round to secure a decisive stoppage. The victory reinforced his place as the leading heavyweight in the world and reminded fans of the skill and composure he brings to the table. Even at 38, he dismissed any talk of slowing down, insisting that his age was merely the beginning of another chapter for him rather than the end of one. Right after beating Dubois, he teased that several names were possible for his next fight.
Those 2 fights for Oleksandr Usyk.
Next, maybe show fight with Alex Pereira. Maybe. Why not? Alex wanna.
The heavyweight division grew even more intriguing when news emerged about Anthony Joshua's unexpected involvement with Usyk's training camp. Joshua traveled to Spain to work with Usyk's team while preparing for his own upcoming fight against Jake Paul. The idea of Joshua training alongside the man who beat him twice was surprising, but it also highlighted the level of respect between the two athletes. The choice made perfect strategic sense, as Jake Paul fights in an orthodox stance rather than as a southpaw like Usyk, making direct sparring unnecessary. Instead, Joshua shared his experience and insight, contributing to the preparation process in other ways.
His own style.
Listen, we not help, we not give my style. My team, it's not only one lion, it's only Usyk. No, we have another разные. A different style. I'm Southport, yeah. My position this. Anthony this. Anthony not like this move like me. Listen, we give to what help Anthony grow. My team do the plan, give me what help me. My team give this plan what help you, Bogdan, Max, and but not only my plan. It's not my work. My team do new work. Anthony, look, this is work like this. Okay, I try. We work.
Joshua's upcoming fight with Jake Paul had generated lots of discussion. Many believed it carried significant risk because Paul, despite his popularity and physical size, had limited experience at the highest level of boxing. Paul's resume included wins over aging legends and former MMA fighters such as Mike Tyson, Nate Diaz, and Anderson Silva. His only loss so far had been a points defeat to Tommy Fury. Stepping in against someone like Joshua represented a drastic leap in competition, leading most analysts to see him as a massive underdog. While Joshua focused on Paul and Usyk set his sights on Wilder, Usyk's decisions had reshaped the title picture yet again, giving Tony Wardley the WBO title and opening the door for Anderson or Sanchez to become his IBF mandatory. Joshua, recovering from elbow surgery and eager to regain momentum after being stopped by Dubois the previous year, found himself preparing for one of the most unusual fights of his career. And Wilder, the fighter Usyk wanted most, represented a thrilling possibility that fans could not stop discussing.
You're not going to that camp just for Jake Paul, because he could have gone to fucking my camp to beat Jake Paul.
AJ's been in camp with Usyk.
Taking it seriously for it to get fucked off at the final minute.
What better camp to go join than the master himself?
What he's doing is he knows that he's got, 1, maybe 2 years left, maybe 2 years. So he's gone to the Usyk camp. There's motivation behind that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You're not going to that camp just for Jake Paul, because he could have gone to fucking my camp to beat Jake Paul. But he's going to that camp for the future of next year, where he could be fighting Dubois, could be fighting Fury, whatever.
Through all the shifting circumstances, one thing remained constant: Usyk's confidence. Whether he talked about future opponents, mandatory challengers, his age, or the belts he continued to collect, he maintained a calm belief that he was still in full control of his path. He made it clear that the temporary loss of one title meant nothing in the grand scheme of what he planned to accomplish next. With multiple directions available for him, Wilder, Joshua, or even the upcoming IBF mandatory, Usyk stood in a position where every option carried intrigue. The heavyweight division continued to revolve around his decisions, and his insistence that his brief setback was only temporary left fans waiting eagerly to see how soon he would reclaim the belt he willingly released, and who would be standing across the ring from him when he did.